Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to a new series on my channel called Road to the FIFA World Cup, and basically it is squad builders and ultimate team around the different nations going to the World Cup this summer in June and July, and we'll try and cover as many squads or many nationalities as possible before the World Cup starts up. And of course some nations we cannot cover because they do not have enough players in ultimate team, but we'll try and get through as many as possible. And we're starting off with Brazil, the host nation of the World Cup and the first team in Group A. And as you can see here from the squad, not every single player here is going to the World Cup, and I kind of want to just try out different players from the nations instead of the exact starting 11 and reserves going to the World Cup, because else I could just play head to head and get goals that way. I kind of want to try out different players from the nation. So yeah, let's get into the squad. On goal we do have Helton, and he's one of those keepers who most of the time is very solid, but from time to time he can have really bad games and make some stupid flukes, but most of the time he's a solid keeper, and he got the long throw trade, which I really do like to start counter attacks with, so a quite solid keeper there. The first center back is Miranda, the inform version. Good pace, defending and heading stats on him. He's however very expensive for 50k for him, and maybe you're better off picking up his regular card, but still a very good center back. Then we do have Thiago Silva alongside him. You can get him for around 34k, and he's really good. Fast, good defending and heading stats, and very good passing and dribbling for center back as well. On the right back we do have Maicon, and he's a really well-rounded player, especially his inform card here. Again, quite expensive, 50k for him, but yeah, his stats all around really good, both for attacking and defending, so very solid player there. And on the left back we have a quite similar player to Maicon, well-rounded stats on Marcelo, good pace, passing, dribbling and defending. His heading isn't the best and his shooting isn't that good either, but apart from that, very good player to attack and defend with. Now the first center defensive mid, that is Hernandez, and he's probably better suited for the center mid or center attacking mid, but in this squad he works really well together with Sandro on the center defensive mid. So Sandro is kind of the defending player in the midfield, and then Hernandez is kind of between the center attacking mids and Sandro, so he's kind of in between there, playing more of a center mid role because he got the work rates he got, and he got the 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and his long shots are ridiculous, and so is his free kick. So you can have a lot of fun trying out shots with him, and I was quite close a few times to get some cool goals with him, but unfortunately I never happened to get a long shot or a free kick. Hit the bar several times, but still very fun player to play with. And then we do have Sandro on the other center defensive mid spot, and as I said, he's the defending player in the midfield, and he got all around quite good stats. He's big, he's strong, so a solid player there. Now the first center attacking mid in the middle is Ronaldinho, and he's there to kind of pick up the ball and be the playmaker, because he's not really fast, but he got good passing and dribbling, and his shooting is alright as well. And the 5-star skills, of course, making him an extremely fun player to play with. Now the first center attacking mid on the more attacking part of the squad is Moraes, and his stats might not look that good, but he's probably one of the best silver players I tried out so far in Ultimate Team. Really fun to play with, the 5-star skills, the 4-star weak foot, and yeah, all around a very solid player. And alongside him we do have Maicon later, which is really fast, got 5-star skills as well, but apart from that, he's not that great. Like, once you get past your opponent's defenders, he's really lethal, but if you get caught up, he's pushed off the ball straight away. That's the downside to him. But the final player of the squad is Neymar, and he is the goal getter of the squad, and he's truly amazing to play with. Scored some pretty cool goals with him, which you'll see soon. And he's really fast, good shot on him, 92 dribbling, and 5-star skills of course, and a 5-star weak foot, making it possible to shoot from pretty much anywhere with him. So a very solid player. He costs around 315k, so he is by far the most expensive player of the squad, but he's really great to play with. Now on to the substitutes. First we got Mario Fernandes, and the substitutes are pretty much used just as much as the starting 11, kind of swap them around just to get fitness. And Mario Fernandes, very solid, good work rates if you want a defending right back. Then we do have Felipe Luis, very similar to Marcelo, just not as great in my opinion, but still a very good option if you don't want to spend as many coins. And then we do have Dande as the substitute for the center backs. Very big and strong, quite fast for a center back, good passing and dribbling on him as well, and a very good player on the center back spot. Then we have Felipe Melo, well-rounded stats, 75 shooting, passing and pace on him, and his dribbling, defending and heading stats are very good on him as well. Good player there to substitute either Hernandez or Sandro off. Then we have Juicelay, didn't really use him that much. It was mainly down to Hernandez, Sandro, and Felipe Melo, but sometimes he was on the pitch, and he's quite fast, as you can see. Got decent passing, defending, and dribbling stats on him. Not that good at heading the ball, but still a decent player to have on the defensive mid, and he's really cheap, of course, so that's a good thing about him. Then we do have Bernard, and he's very similar to Michael Leder. He's really fast, good at dribbling, and good at getting past your opponent's defenders, but if they catch up to you or get in on the body of Bernard, he's pushed off the ball immediately, so that's kind of the downside to him, just as Michael Leder. And finally, we do have Alex, which is the substitute for Ronaldinho, and they're quite similar, those two. Alex is not that fast. He got good passing and shooting on him. He got the long shot trait and 5-star skills, of course, and he got a 4-star weak foot, so he's a really good player to take free kicks with, long shots, and just dribble with and pass out to either Neymar, Michael Leder, Bernard, or Moraes. And finally, we do have Wallison as a substitute for Neymar, and he's fast. He got the 5-star skills, but compared to Neymar, he's not that great. But he's, however, quite cheap and is a good option for a substitute, and of course, he can score some pretty good goals. So overall, this squad would cost around 540 to 550k on the PlayStation market, and it's probably a little bit cheaper on the Xbox, I could imagine. And Neymar, he cost around 315,000 of those 550k, so you can probably get it somewhat cheaper if you do not go with Neymar. But onto the gameplay here. The first two goals were kind of showing off some of the gameplay from some of the more defensive-minded players in Felipe Melo and Marcelo, but apart from that, most of the goals with this squad was with the 3 center attacking mids and of course Neymar. And these episodes in this series will only showcase goals, and it will not showcase any defending actions or goalkeeper saves. So it's about me trying to get some cool goals with the sides and just try and have fun with the squads. And here you see a quite nice goal with pretty much the entire squad getting on the ball, and in the end it's Ronaldinho scoring a lovely bicycle kick there. And this clip shows off Alex's left foot. He picks it up here, and look at that volley into the bottom corner. The power on his shots are ridiculous, and you just want to shoot from pretty much anywhere with him if you get the space, because he is really that good at shooting. And he is on the ball again, and a lovely little skill run from kickoff, and he goes past a lot of defenders before getting a goal for himself there, and definitely a really good player to play with. The only downside is he isn't that fast, so if you tuck him into the middle of a formation, he's very, very good. If you don't get him out running and kind of play to him and make him the playmaker, he's really good. And here you saw some nice play from Moraes, and here you see some nice gameplay from Bernard, and that was kind of the thing with Moraes, Bernard, and Michael Leder. I had them out on the wing, and they would kind of go past players, and most of the time they would find Neymar in the end, and he would kind of be the guy finishing off all the attacks, as you can see here in most of the gameplay. And when I did attack down the middle, it was mainly Ronaldinho or Alex finding Neymar, and he would then go past the foul players because his dribbling is really good, and he can pretty much shoot from anywhere when he got that 5-star weak foot. He had a nice little skill going past the keeper, luring him out of the goal, and in the end putting it into an empty net. And the final goal of this video is Neymar. A nice little skill run here going past 2 defenders, and he goes with a fake Rabona. He then lifts it up into there with the Blanco hop. He takes the volley, and that pretty much ends off this first episode of Road to the FIFA World Cup. And the next episode will cover Croatia. Of course, it will not have as outstanding goals as this episode because we had Brazil, we had a lot of 5-star skillers. But still, we'll try and get some cool goals, and hopefully it'll be out within the next week. And that is pretty much all. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.